So you might be asking, what else is there to consider with a home-based business?
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.
At the Dekker Team, we've enjoyed over 30 years of helping people, not just buying and selling real estate, but also helping people build their finances, helping people heal their relationships, flourish in their relationships, helping people build their faith. And yeah, really 30 years of just helping people. That's what we love. Yes. So there's lots of things to consider around the viability of a home-based business. You talked about several of them in the previous segment, and it was around visibility, access, safety for your family, comfortability for the client. Because there's many types of home-based businesses. Now, you originally said that there was a stigma against it. Now we find lawyers with home-based businesses, accountants, hairdressers, massage therapists, all kinds of people, because it saves so much money not to rent a commercial space.
It's true. They
can work less, make the same amount of money, and have a better life.
It's very true.
Isn't that cool?
It's kind of exciting.
So what things would you say are kind of on the top of things if someone's considering to do a home-based business, or even if they have a home-based business, what things should they be considering that maybe they're not considering right now?
I think a couple of things, things that we may like, certain maybe smells. Maybe we cook very strongly smelled food, right? And those smells can linger.
Fish and curries and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
And so to always be mindful of that, to air out the home, maybe use some doTERRA essential oils to clean out the space, neutralize the odors. Another thing is pets. What kind of business do you have? Because in certain businesses, in a very professional setting, you wouldn't want somebody's cat crawling on your lap or a dog biting at your toes, or seeing, maybe a dog waste in the yard, right?
Unless maybe your business is dog grooming.
Maybe that would be,
they might be okay with it.
Exactly. And so think about those kinds of things. And are you a person that likes everything in order? Are you able to maintain a neat and tidy home? Because for certain home-based businesses, the aesthetics are very important. So I have a wellness business. Someone's coming into my clinic and I've just got stuff everywhere and there's piles of garbage and there's dog hair. People are going to think twice maybe about coming back into that type of a business.
Right. So the tidiness, the cleanliness, the odors, all of that, the exterior, even if they don't come into your house and it's separate, the exterior cleanliness of your home.
Is it well maintained? So my husband and I have been working for a couple of years on how to enhance the curb appeal of our home, right? So watching your shows, checking out what works and what doesn't, but to also create an oasis for our clients outside of my office, because often they travel with people or they come together to save maybe on travel time or that kind of thing. And so someone in summer will wait outside in the pergola with the waterfalls and just listening to the nature. Are there beautiful flowers?
Oh, I haven't been back since the pergola and the waterfall.
That was courtesy of our trip to Nepal, so everyone is raving about that.
Wow.
But other things too, like your furniture. Is your furniture comfortable and appropriate for the type of visit, right? Are you just throwing a kitchen chair at them to sit on, or do you have a nice comfy chair because they're going to be there for an hour or two?
Okay. So that makes a big difference. And then I've noticed that when I put a home-based business, and I used to have somebody in my house as an employee in the basement, that created a whole nother realm of difficulties, because sometimes I would work late into the night, running an offer, negotiating a sale, and then my employee would come in at 8 a.m, and I'm still in my pajamas because I've had a late night working, right? And there was a bit of animosity because they felt if they were working, I should be working. And maybe even if it wasn't them thinking it, I felt the guilt. Even if they didn't think it, I felt it, right? So it took away some of the benefit of having that home-based business. Now, another thing to consider, I'm assuming you have some extra insurance because you have people coming to you for business purposes as opposed to just visitors.
Yes, yes. And it's important, excuse me, to check this out in advance because certain types of businesses, it's more difficult to get insurance from a home-based setting. And so you're really going to want to do your research because your home insurance is not going to cover you for a business-related incident in most cases. So you really need to flush that out with your insurance provider and let them know exactly what you're doing. Like, don't kind of hide everything, right? Like you do want to let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing and will you cover that? And even just to be aware of things like salt on the sidewalks when you have clients coming, right? Not everyone is nimble on their feet. And so think of your clientele in that regards.
Yeah, slip and fall at any point. We had a resort when I was young, and an elderly lady fell on the steps, and she sued us. And the insurance companies came out and they measured the steps to see if they were like, this was summertime, no ice, no slipperiness, and they were made out of. They were a little bit slightly uneven because they were made out of natural stones, like cut stones, and then cemented in.
Right.
But they measured the rise, they measured the width of the stair. They said, no, everything is a code, everything is fine, it's perfect. And she still won her lawsuit because the insurance company just wanted to settle. And then she wanted to come back and be our client. And she said, I wasn't suing you, I was suing your insurance. And well, now our insurance went up. So one of the things you got to watch is make sure you have adequate insurance for what you're doing, because some people say, "Oh, well, it'll be covered under insurance," but they can cancel the claim if they believe you've done something to mislead them or even undervalue your building or anything like that, right? So we're going to keep it clean. We're going to keep it safe. Even your car, keeping your car clean is important.
Yes, sir.
Because it's sitting in the laneway. It's a statement. You know, they said once someone took a flight and there were coffee stains on the seats, and they asked the passengers what they felt about that, and they said they're probably not maintaining the engines well.
Yes. Isn't that an interesting, we think it's a leap, but yet it's exactly where people's minds go.
When you go to a restaurant and the bathroom's dirty, you think the kitchen's dirty.
Exactly.
Because how you do one thing is how you do everything, I find.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so other than insurance, like if you're planning on growing, can you facilitate that? Do you have room for expansion? Do you have room for that employee, right? And do you have some clear boundaries with that employee, especially if it's in a home?
Right. Yeah, there's a quote by Nicole Snow that I just love. It says, "A small business is an amazing way to serve and leave an impact on the world you live in," by Nicole Snow. So we're so excited to be your partners in moving forward, because together we got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward.